Hey everyone, welcome back to a new Wizard101 video. The 12 Days of the Spiral has officially started today, and I redeemed the code for it. I forgot what the code actually was, but if you look on their Twitter or on the Wizard101 website, you'll see it. And you redeem that, you get a Yuletide pack, you get a wooden key. I redeemed the Yuletide pack and didn't get much, but you know, at least I look festive, kind of. This is the dye I went with for Christmas. I mean, I basically look like one of those peppermint, like those green and red peppermint candy canes. So yeah, that's kind of the look I'm going for right now. But I'm just gonna use this for Christmas time, I guess. But the boots don't look that bad. Like the Cabalist gear, it actually looks good. I like the Cabalist, like the symbol for the school, the Cabal. Is it a school? Is it the Cabal school? Maybe. But yeah, the Cabal symbol on like the kneecaps, and then they don't look that bad. So this is what I'll be looking like for brief, 1 month period. But we've got the Fight Club that I wanted to talk about today. So in the Fight Club dungeon, it's already been confirmed that you can get all of the Cabalist gear, basically. Even though it's difficult to farm this place, it does drop it. I don't recommend it for getting the Cabalist gear, because the Cabalist gear is dropped all over Imperia Part 1. You can get this from a ton of bosses. I've gotten many different sets of the Cabalist gear, like the boots for balance, life, and I don't know if I got any other boots, but I got a lot of the hats. Here's the fire hat. I'm saving that for my fire at some point. Got the balance one, death, life one again. So, well, I guess the other life one for the hat. So yeah, a lot of Cabalist gear you can just get from bosses all over. But the Fight Club does drop it, and people have been farming it for it. I mean, there's plenty of other places to go for it, so you don't need to do the Fight Club. And also Medulla drops it. And Medulla has a chest, so you could do that, but the Medulla fight is just a really long fight usually, and it's kind of stressful, so I don't know. That's why I made the video that said don't farm Medulla for this gear, because you can get it other places. But Fight Club also has some other drops that I found out for I guess other Cabalist gear, because it's called Cabalist whatever. And these are the Cabalist decks and the Cabalist rings. And I've only seen 2 decks in the wiki and 1 of the rings. So it doesn't seem like a lot of people are farming Fight Club, but that's for good reason. Because 1, they probably don't drop these that often. And 2, I'm sure not a ton of people want to do Fight Club, because it's, I don't know, it's kind of over the top. It takes a long time to farm. I am going to be doing a Fight Club live stream on Saturday again. I think I said at one point that I never wanted to farm that again, but we're doing it. Here we are. But that's because I want to see if we can get any of the new decks or the rings or anything like that. And we'll be trying that. So that'll be on Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time on my YouTube channel. So if you want to tune in for that, then you can. It'll be in 2 days from when this video goes up. But Fight Club is a difficult fight, and I don't feel like the gear that's dropped from it really is worth it. Because 1, you can get it from other places. 2, these decks aren't that good. I'm going to throw up on the screen the Storm deck, because the Storm deck is the one that's on the wiki. It's called, what is it called? The Cabalist Chaotic deck. So the Cabalist Chaotic deck gives, let's compare it. Let's pull up this. Here's the Rasputin deck for Storm, the triangle one. So the Cabalist deck for Storm does give the triangle, which is needed. It gives 64 total spells, that's the same. 4 max copies of other spells, not your school. 6 max copies of Storm. And 34 sideboard for your treasure cards. That right there is just like, I don't care how good the stats are if that's bad, If you can't get enough cards, then what's the point? So that's like the main thing that makes this not worth it to me. It does give higher health by what, 12 or 13? 13 higher health, 5 higher crit from the Rasputin deck, and 1 extra block. So you're basically farming for a little more crit, a little more health, some block, and you're getting less cards. You're able to put less cards into your deck. That means that for the Epic, you're only going to be able to put in 4, not 5. For Sharpen, you're only going to be able to put in 4. Same with all of these. So, and your Galvanic Field, you can only put in 4. I don't usually put in 4 or 5, but I don't know. That's what you're gonna have to keep in mind when doing that. Like tower shields and stuff, only 4. So I don't know. That's something that I was debating. I'm like, is that actually worth it? Do I want to get it? No. Do I need it? Absolutely not. It's not worth it for me to go for that, to get 5 critical and some health, because my critical is already on this set. I think is already maxed. 5 crit would do nothing for me. So I don't know. I just don't seem like it doesn't seem like these are really worth it, because it doesn't feel like it's a real upgrade. It feels like part of it is a downgrade, some of it's an upgrade, but it doesn't outweigh. Like the upgrade doesn't outweigh what you're taking from having a level, you know, basically a 120 deck, right? These are 110. These are 110 decks. There's also the Omen deck, but the Omen deck is just slightly better than this one. At least the Omen deck was an upgrade. This one's not really an upgrade, because the give and take, I think the take is too much on the max spells. I don't have the Omen deck, unfortunately, to show you guys on this one, but the Omen deck is basically the same as Rasputin, just a little bit better. But yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm like, is it really worth farming for these? I don't know. We're gonna try it on Saturday. We're gonna see if we can get any of it. If I get it, great. If not, I'm not worried. We're not gonna be farming the Fight Club that much. I don't even think we're gonna be able to get more than 1 Fight Club like battle, like through the whole dungeon in that live stream. Usually I stream for an hour, and Fight Club takes like an hour. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see and find out how well it goes. It just really depends on if we can get through it quickly or not. But the other thing I wanted to show you guys was the rings that are dropped. The only ring that is in the wiki right now that's dropped by the final fight of Fight Club is the Death Ring. Cabalist Ring of Finality. And this ring gives 210 health, 83 crit, 7% damage for death. I don't know what the Mimic Ring for death is. I probably should, because I farm for those a lot. I might have them somewhere. I think I might have the Death Ring in my Wisteria Villa, because I farmed the Mimic so much that I probably have all of the Mimic Rings. Actually, I think I do have all the Mimic Rings. The Storm one was the last one for me to get. That's why it took forever. That's why I had to farm it over 100 times. Rings. Let's look in the vault. And, okay, here we go. Here it is. Ghost Dog's Dire Loop. It gives the same critical. It gives more damage. And the new one gives no mana. It gives, I don't know, I guess a little more healing, incoming, outgoing. It gives less incoming. So, and it's only square and circle. Okay, it's only square and circle too. It's worse. The rings from Fight Club are worse than the rings that you can get from the Mimic. So if you want a new ring, the Mimic is your place to go for that, because these ones, I don't feel like they're worth it. I want to see what the Storm one is, but I feel like the Storm one is not going to come close to this one. This one's just crazy. And I'm happy I farmed for it for so long. But was it worth it? Yeah, it was. That ring that I use all the time was worth farming, even though it took 100 times on the Mimic to get it. Is the one from Fight Club worth it? No. I do not recommend farming Fight Club for anything. I would only do it like one time, maybe to get the trophy, and you'll really experience the struggle of it. But after that, there's just no way. I will be very surprised if there's anyone in this game that does this fight 100 times. Because when you do it one time, you get Let the Beast drop. That's a pretty cool badge. You know, good job. You did Fight Club. There's also one for 10. That's manageable. If you really like Fight Club or you really want to get this badge, you can get 10. That's manageable. But then there's this one. Defeat Fight Club 100 times. I don't know. I would never go for this, because I don't feel like it's worth it to go through that struggle. That would take so many hours to do. Because even if you had a good team that knew what they were doing, sometimes you just get bad luck. And, you know, you're going to have to reset it, and it might take over an hour. So if each Fight Club took an hour, this takes 100 hours to get. That's not even close to being worth it. So I don't know. I'll be really surprised if anyone ever gets this badge. Maybe they will. Maybe there's going to be some devoted people that really go for it, but it's not going to be me. On Saturday, we're going to be farming it again. I don't know how many times we're going to be able to farm it during that live stream. Probably just one time, but we're going to be doing it one more time. I don't know if I'm going to do it after that. The only way I would do Fight Club after that is if they made the drops. Well, I already have the drops really, though. If they made the drops better. If they made the decks better, then maybe people would farm it. because people farm Omen for the decks, because the Omen decks are really good. So they could do that. But that's basically it. Stay tuned for that. You will see the notification on YouTube before that stream goes live, probably an hour or half an hour before the stream actually is going to start. I will have a countdown on YouTube in your sub box. You should see it. So look forward to that. It's going to be a big stream. It's going to be fun. Afterwards, after we struggle through Fight Club, we will also be heading over to Terra Stream, maybe have a PvP party or something. You can see me in this ridiculous dyed gear. Hey, it's festive at least. And we'll be doing some PvP, just like fun PvP in our house. So that's what's going on. Hope you guys are excited for all of that. Hope to see you there on the Saturday live stream. Other than that, leave a like if you guys have enjoyed it. If it was informative for you, probably you're not going to be farming Fight Club for any of this stuff, because there's plenty of other places to farm it. But thanks for watching again, and I'll see you all next time.